You know that feeling when you're endlessly chasing the next big software update or trying to learn the newest programming language just to stay relevant? Yeah, we see it all the time. But in today's explainer, we're going to unpack a massive truth from our source material. True data success isn't just about mastering every new tool that hits the market. It's actually about solving the right problems. If you really want to build a great career in data, we have to build it from the ground up, focusing on actual impact rather than just simple execution. I absolutely love this quote from our sources. It's not just about tools, it's about solving the right problems and creating real business impact. The energy there is fantastic because it completely grounds us in reality. Look, technology moves at lightning speed, right? The software you're using today is going to change, it's going to update, or it might just become totally obsolete. But you know what literally never goes out of demand? The ability to step into a messy situation, solve a core business problem, and deliver undeniable value. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our blueprint for today. We'll be covering mindset over mere tools, the modern data toolkit, the data analysis process, avoiding common mistakes, high-impact data skills, and finally, leveling up your career. Kicking things off with mindset over mere tools, the foundation of a data professional. Before you even think about touching a single line of code, you absolutely have to get your mental framework right. Great data professionals think way, way beyond the raw numbers. They embody 5 core traits. First up, they're fiercely curious. They don't just take a request at face value, they ask better questions to get right to the root of the issue. Second, they focus heavily on business impact. That means solving problems that actually move the needle for the bottom line. Third, they think critically. They aren't afraid to challenge assumptions. Fourth, they communicate clearly. I mean, we've all seen a brilliant insight just die inside a confusing spreadsheet, right? Make your findings easy to act on. And lastly, they never stop learning because data ecosystems and business strategies are just constantly evolving. To really hammer this mindset home, let's look at mere information versus real value. As the source material bluntly puts it, insight without action is just information. Basically, it's trivia. But when you combine raw data and technical skills with genuine curiosity, you get real business impact. And that is the ultimate goal here. Moving away from just gathering trivia and toward generating real actionable leverage.
Moving right along to the modern data toolkit, Mastering the Essentials. Now, what's really interesting here is just the sheer massive scale of this ecosystem. We're talking memory systems ranging from episodic to vector databases, super complex orchestration routes, testing mechanisms, and just a dizzying amount of AI tools and user interfaces. It's a lot. It's a whole lot to take in, and honestly, it makes total sense why so many professionals end up suffering from tool fatigue.
But hey, here's the secret. You do not need to master everything all at once. We can take that giant ecosystem and break it down into clean, manageable toolkit categories. It starts with your data fundamentals, things like SQL and statistics. From there, it branches out into technical skills, visualization, advanced skills like machine learning, and data engineering. So what's the big takeaway? It's that mastering the fundamentals, those core data modeling and SQL skills, drives literally everything else. If your foundation is rock solid, picking up a new visualization platform or a fancy advanced engineering tool becomes a totally natural progression instead of a frantic scramble.
Next up, the data analysis process, delivering meaningful insights. Let's move to and see how this builds across a really powerful 5-step process. Step 1 is always understand the business. You've got to define the problem and the success metrics right out of the gate. Step 2 is collecting the right data, making sure it's accurate and actually relevant. Step 3 is where the magic happens, exploring and analyzing to find those hidden patterns. Step 4 is interpreting and communicating your findings with clear stories and visuals. And finally, Step 5, driving action by helping stakeholders actually decide what to do next. Notice how taking the time to understand the business at the very beginning leads directly into driving real action at the end. It's all connected.
Which brings us to avoiding common mistakes, sinking time into the wrong things.
I want to give you a bold warning right here. One of the most dangerous traps you can fall into in this field is sinking your time into perfect instead of useful. Look, you could spend weeks crafting the most aesthetically flawless, complex dashboard the world has ever seen. But if nobody reads it, or if it totally fails to tell business leaders the so what they need to take action, you've failed. Plain and simple. Being useful absolutely trumps theoretical perfection every single time. So let's explicitly reframe our focus here. We've got to ditch the volume and aesthetics game. The wrong focus is obsessing over getting more insights or perfect reports. The right focus, that's all about finding the right insights and making better decisions. Finding just one single, highly actionable insight that saves the company money or significantly improves a product, that vastly outweighs 100 perfect but totally irrelevant data points. No contest.
Moving to high-impact data skills, future-proofing your career.
Now we're transitioning up the pyramid to the really high-level skills, the ones that separate basic order takers from true strategic business partners. These skills are the so what behind the data. Business acumen means you fundamentally understand exactly how your company makes its money. Data storytelling, that's taking numbers and crafting a narrative that actually compels people to act. Experimentation lets you systematically test, learn, and improve. Automation frees up your time by taking care of repetitive reporting. And domain knowledge, oh, that is your absolute secret weapon. Knowing your specific industry inside and out gives you the context that makes your analysis 10 times better. It's how you turn raw data into serious business leverage. And nestled right within those high-impact skills is a very rapidly evolving requirement, AI literacy. The exact definition here is key. We're not just talking about knowing how to write a clever prompt. It's about truly understanding how AI and machine learning work and knowing precisely where they create value within a business context. Mastering AI coding tools and agents is absolutely crucial today, but honestly, it only matters if you know where they actually add value, instead of just playing around with them like shiny new toys.
Finally, leveling up your career. Keep leveling up. Stay intentional.
So how do we take all of this mindset, process, and skill and actually turn it into professional growth? Well, here is a step-by-step guide up the career pyramid. Notice how your focus fundamentally shifts as you climb. Down at stage 1, as a data analyst, your focus is highly technical. You're mastering SQL, Excel, basic stats, and visualization. But jump to stage 2, as a senior analyst or data scientist, and you start integrating advanced analytics and focusing directly on business impact. By stage 3, as a lead or manager, you're mentoring your team and driving strategy. And then stages 4 and 5, as a strategist or executive, those are entirely about shaping the broader data strategy and driving business impact at massive scale. You literally move from writing the code to shaping the entire strategic direction of the company. It's a huge leap.
But to fuel that incredible climb, you've got to lock in the right daily habits. You need to set time aside daily. Read, explore, and analyze continuously. But most importantly, practice on real problems. Theoretical exercises are great, but they only get you so far. You absolutely must get your hands dirty with messy, real-world data. Learn from the people around you in the field, and constantly reflect, improve, and iterate on what you're doing. I want to leave you with this incredibly powerful thought from our sources. Data is power, skills are the superpower, impact is the legacy. Consistency compounds. Keep showing up. As you think about everything we've covered today, I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you just gathering data, or are you actually building a legacy of genuine impact? Keep showing up, stay intensely curious, and apply these frameworks to your own work. What kind of legacy will your data skills leave behind? Thanks so much for joining me on this Explainer, and I'll see you next time.